Hello and welcome to Nerd Subculture. I'm your host Jared, and today we're joined with
Edwina.
And also joined with Alex, my brother. Say hello.
Hi there.
Okay, if you're listening to this is our movie podcast. You're watching that again? We're continuing with our Police Academy series. We're doing Police Academy 2, the first assignment, released in 1985, starring Steve Guttenberg, Bubba Smith, David Graff, Michael Winslow, Bruce Muller, Marion Ramsey, written by Barry W. Bolstein, David Sheffield, and directed by Jerry Harris.
All right, warning, this is a full spoiler podcast. If you haven't seen the movie, please come back when you have.
Well, you must. If you click on this, you've already seen it. Come on. A spoiler for a movie that's 36 years old. All right. So first of all, I'll go around the table. I'll start with Alex on the phone. So rewatching this, Alex, what did you think rewatching it again? And for your memories of watching it?
Well, again, I watched it when I was a kid. So watching it again now, I think it's still, for me, still just as maybe more funnier now.
Yeah.
Jokes wise, there's probably a few that I didn't quite get when I first watched it. And now I guess it just makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think overall it's not like it's a Space Jam effect for me when I was a kid it was amazing, and then I watch it now and I'm just like, oh my god.
Yeah.
I thought that was a good movie. It's still pretty high in my books. Probably if not better.
Yeah. And you, Eddie?
Yeah, I didn't really watch this as a kid.
No.
I think I think I definitely saw the first one multiple times.
Mm-hmm.
I think I probably would have seen this once.
Right.
Yeah, I couldn't really remember much of the movie except for them driving off at the end in the
Bigfoot. Is it Bigfoot?
Yeah,
or
yeah.
The big four-wheel truck. That massive. What do you call those? Monster trucks.
Monster trucks.
Yeah.
That's all I could remember from it was that they get married and there's a monster truck that was a huge joke at the time. Because you don't drive those on the road. That was the joke.
Yeah. Well, this film has these films all have a little special place for me. I think it's mainly because it's part of our Laserdisc collection. And as I think we might have maybe previously stated up at Torquay, we have our Laserdisc, and these are always the films we tend to watch. Although I haven't watched it on Laserdisc in a long time. I'm not really sure. Does Laserdisc still work down there, Alex, or what?
To be honest, I've probably haven't turned it on for a good 10 years. But
if it even works or not.
It does still work. I reckon it still would.
Yeah. So, I'd always seen these films. I'd always watched them down there and always liked them. And I admit, I can't remember the last time I'd seen this film. It's been a long time. I'd say it could be 15, 20 years. Easy. And, it was good to rewatch. It was good to relive it. And I can remember watching it as a kid as well. Definitely. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't even remember where it's just been on the TV. The first one is always just on the TV.
It was played on the TV a lot, yeah.
And then I think it was just the other night it was on TV.
I think it was.
The first one was just on TV.
I think there was some promo of they're playing all the movies on some free-to-air network. I can't remember which one, but it definitely comes up every now and again. But no, it was good to reminisce. A little nostalgic with this one, I got to say. Yeah, real big nostalgic. And I reckon this one is pretty darn funny. Probably one of the funniest, I reckon. I'd even say. Would you agree with that, Alex?
Yeah, I probably would have it in my. Out of all of them, definitely top two for me.
Yeah,
I reckon.
Yeah.
Yeah, some of the jokes in this just are really, really, really funny.
I think this is ultimately saved by Bobcat Goldthwait's performance.
Oh, God,
I think without him in this movie, this film just would not have worked.
Because he somehow does this menacing yet sweet. I don't know. He's kind of menacing and deranged, but also has this little innocence or something.
Childlike innocence. Yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of good. Yeah.
He does well. All right. With that out of the way, we'll do the summary and we'll get back into it. After a random attack by the Scullions, a gang led by Zed, Chief Hurst goes to the 16th Precinct telling Captain Pete Lassard that the precinct is the worst in the city. Lassard protests as his officers are understaffed and old and can no longer get the job done. Hurst gives him 30 days to turn the precinct around or he is out. Before he leaves, Lieutenant Mauser asks for promotion if Captain Lassard fails. Captain Lassard calls his brother Eric at the police academy, asking him for 6 recruits. The Commandant's top graduates, Kerry Mahoney, Lavelle Jones, Eugene Tackleberry, Moses Hightower, Levan Hooks, and Douglas Fackler arrive from the police academy and join the 16th Precinct, with some of them assigned to a veteran officer partner. Fackler is assigned to Dooley, Mahoney to Stallman, and Tackleberry to Sergeant Kathleen Kirkland. Tackleberry later confides to Mahoney that he may have fallen in love with Kirkland. Mauser undermines them, especially Mahoney. On patrol, Mahoney and Stallman spot a robbery, but the robbers escape as confusion is caused in part by other responding officers. Mauser is about to suspend them, but Mahoney's passionate plea convinces Lassard to give them another chance. Simultaneously, Zed and his gang go shopping in a supermarket, causing havoc and chaos. Mahoney is reassigned by Mauser to patrol a tunnel, resulting him and his partner being covered with soot. In revenge, he switches Mauser's shampoo with epoxy from a helmet repair kit, gluing Mauser's hands to his hair. He embarrasses himself in front of the station and has to wear a wig throughout the remainder of the film. That's good, Dad.
I'm glad that they actually keep that wig on him the whole rest of the movie.
It looks so ridiculous too. Captain Lassard spots some of Zed's men and tries to deal with them, but is overrun and spray painted. This humiliation embottles him to allow the precinct to use whatever means possible to contain the gang. Progress is made and most of the gang is captured at the Blue Oyster Bar, but most of the charges are dropped due to excessive force and procedure violations. Mahoney realizes Mauser did this on purpose. In revenge, he requests a body cavity search for him. Later, Tackleberry goes dancing with Kirkland. They profess their love for each other and make love after removing their numerous concealed weapons. Captain Lassard goes to see his brother Eric, who comes up with an idea to hold a fair. However, Zed's men trash it, so Lassard is out of the job the next day and Mauser is promoted to captain. His first act is to remove Mahoney and then Stallman when he objects to Mahoney's dismissal. Mahoney, Stallman and Lassard get together in a last-ditch attempt to stop the gang. Mahoney goes undercover to infiltrate the gang. Lassard and Stallman wire him with Mr. Microphone. As Jughead, formerly the gang of the Archies, he infiltrates the gang. Just reading that out seems so ridiculous. Finding out that both their hiding spot is at the Bandon Zoo, yeah. And the name of their leader. However, his cover is blown when the microphone cuts into a radio ad, leading Captain Lassard calling on every man to the location. The officers stage their own raid, overpowering and arresting the gang. Zed attempts to escape with Mahoney, but Lassard blocks him, preparing to shoot Zed. However, Mahoney punches Zed down the stairs where Hooks arrests him. Lassard's gun was not loaded, as he hasn't carried live ammo since '73. He is then reinstated as captain, as are Mahoney and Stallman on the force. The officers, including the reinstated Lassard, attend Tackleberry and Kirkland's wedding. They drive off in the monster truck, Bigfoot, the end.
I just have to say something that I noticed about that last scene, which I thought was hilarious. So this movie absolutely does not pass the Bechdel test at all.
What's the Bechdel test?
You know, like where you have, if there is more than one...
Oh, the feminism test.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If there's more than one female... Anyway, there's like 3 females in this. They never talk to each other. But in that last scene...
Oh, they're all the bridesmaids.
They're the bridesmaids.
Who was the third girl?
No, there was only...
I thought there was 3 of them.
Yeah, so... What's her name?
Well, there was Hooks, and there was I didn't realise until you pointed out it was a girl from the shop.
The shop
the
girl.
clothes shop, girl, yeah.
Yeah.
And I think there was a third one, but I don't know who that was.
She's actually quite a famous... What's her name? She's completely underutilised, but she's actually quite a famous... What's her name? Julie...
Well, she was actually meant to be in the film a lot longer. I later found out. That's possibly why she was there at the end. She was meant to be the love interest for Mahoney.
Yeah.
But for whatever reason, apparently they filmed a few scenes, apparently on the on the Ferris wheel at the fair. There was meant to be like a little love scene with them or something, but it was cut out of the film in the end.
Yeah, so Julie Brown, and she's completely wasted and underutilized in this role.
But it was a pretty good dick joke the way they were.
So she's in the Middle, that TV series.
I don't know that show.
She was in like the Edge sketch show. So
yeah. Alex, anything you wanted to bring up?
Not really, man. That's what I can think of.
Yeah, it is that thing, Jared. This movie, it's not very complicated. It's really just...
Yeah, I think it's, what's that thing, like Police Academy. Not that the first one's bad, but I think with this one, it's getting more to the roots of what everyone remembers Police Academy in a way for.
Yeah.
Not just sort of just stupid jokes, but like, you know, a bit of pranks going on, and I think the humor is a bit more family friendly, maybe.
Yeah.
Some parts.
Well, they've moved away because we said that the first one was meant to be the tits and ass sorority sort of film. So, and this one, they don't even have a police academy.
Yeah.
Like you see it briefly at the start.
Yeah.
So they've moved away from that, but it did seem like they still wanted the M rating in this film, because at the start of the film, when you see Mahoney at the beach, you see boobs for a second.
Like 3 seconds, you got boobs.
Oh, it's barely that. It's barely. It's like a couple of frames, and you've really got to look for it because they're actually sort of far away as well. And you do get your F-bomb in there as well. Mauser says, "What the fuck?" as he's running out of the shower. So, you know, there's that. I feel that was a transition from this to sort of still wanting to be, because I think this film is rated M, and it probably gets that just from the boobs alone. Because PG films, you can get an F-bomb in there. So they probably got away with that one, but they got the boobs out, so like, oh, okay, that's M. Straight away. Something else that was introduced into this film that there will be throughout is Jonesy being the martial arts specialist.
Yeah, I was going to bring that up. I was going to bring up that they changed Jonesy. All of a sudden, he starts doing
the martial arts
thing.
Yeah,
and so then that starts happening in all of them.
Well, that's a character trait he has throughout the whole series. He's the martial arts guy.
The moment he puts the headband on.
And starts doing the bad ad-libbing.
Yeah.
Which I can remember doing that at school.
Yes.
Daniel, oh, you're in trouble. I'm doing it now. You can't see my mouth. I love that. That was hilarious. My broccoli.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my greengrocer.
Yeah, so you lose. So we don't have Kim Cattrall in this one.
No.
So I'm just going to talk a little bit about the characters that we don't have in this one as opposed to the first one, and then the addition of some characters.
Yeah.
That I think are great additions.
Well, if you're going to mention Callahan.
Yes, so I'll go on to that.
Okay.
So we no longer have Kim Cattrall. I can't even remember what her character's name was. She was generic love interest and is replaced.
Number one. Yep.
And so, replaced with that seamstress, Chloe, who's Julie Brown, it looks like all of her stuff was cut out of the movie,
it was. Yeah. She was meant to be a prominent love interest.
And was just completely wasted. And we no longer have the Spanish Lothario guy.
Yes.
So whose character's name was George Martin, and I had to look that up because I could not remember his name.
His name was George Martin.
Yeah. That was his character's name.
No, but didn't he say George Martin, or didn't he?
George Martin.
Yeah.
yeah. And I could not remember his character's name at all. Yeah, no Callahan, and she's do
you know why she wasn't in it?
Why?
Because she had a baby.
Oh.
Yeah. That's why she was meant to be in it.
She does come back.
She comes back, yeah. And I think she's in every single one from this point on. Yeah.
So we get no Callahan, and she's replaced by Tackleberry's love interest, Kirkland.
Oh, yeah.
I'm pretty sure that was the replacement there.
Because she's like the female gun. Well, I guess she's kind of a dirty Harry, isn't she? Almost in some ways.
Yeah, you don't. So we're also missing Leslie Barber, who was that fat loser guy.
Yep.
Who just got picked on the whole time, and he's replaced with Stoltman.
Stoltman.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And his
actually, he's better.
His quirk is that he eats not everything, anything.
He's walking down the street and he finds a chocolate. Oh, look at that, half eaten. Oh, no wonder. It's covered in ants.
Yeah. No,
you're not going to eat that, are you? Oh, you want to split it?
I think the one that because I was working while watching this at the same time.
Yeah.
And he's just like, he starts yelling at the cat, going, "You don't shit in my cereal." And then
the litter box.
And then he just flicks the cat shit out of his cereal and then continues eating the cereal. And I absolutely pissed myself laughing at that. As you said, he is so much better.
Yeah. Yeah.
And has like these really, and it's all just based around him eating like a chocolate bar that he found on. And then like when they're wiring up Mahoney with the microphone. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So okay. He's a very good addition to.
Yeah, no, I like Stallman.
Does he come? I can't remember.
No, he doesn't come back. No.
Oh, that's a shame. And then we have Kurt. Yeah, that's about it. Oh no, hang on.
Oh, we got Proctor as well.
Oh yeah, no. Now in the antagonists of this movie.
Okay, Zed.
So we lose Harris, and we get Lieutenant Mauser.
Yeah.
And he has what's the suck up guy?
Proctor! Oh, Proctor. He's Smithers.
Yeah. He's Smithers.
Yeah.
And then you get the big bad guy, Zed, played by Bobcat. I can't even say. Goldthwait.
Yeah.
And it's the guy with the funny voice.
Okay. You've brought up Bobcat now. So we got to talk about Bobcat. Have you seen much of Bobcat, Alex?
No, I don't think I've really maybe seen him. I think in that Shakes the Clown you mentioned about, but I don't think I've really seen him.
Yeah.
In much as well.
Well, I only found out till recently, when I say recently, maybe like 10 years ago or something, that was a character that he was playing. And I thought that was actually how he spoke. Because I'd only ever seen him speak that way. I never realised that was just his thing. Because I'd seen him in several different films. And actually, no, there was one film I did see him in that it wasn't that bad. It was that Nightmare Before Christmas movie, the Bill Murray one. Scrooged.
Yeah.
He is in that, but he's not doing the voice. But I didn't know it was him. But I just thought that was the way he spoke. I don't know what that says about me, that I'm laughing at someone with a disability or something. But he's actually stopped playing that character, possibly about 5 or 10 years ago, I think. But just watching some of his stand-up, and it is really funny, like just completely unhinged, the way that he talks. But with an addition, the team-up they've given him with, I've forgotten his name now, the character who plays Sweet Chuck, Tim Krasinski, who played Sweet Chuck. The chemistry between those two characters was just great. In fact, Sweet Chuck's character wasn't meant to be in the film much, apart from the intro, but they added him for more scenes. And his name actually wasn't meant to be Sweet Chuck. It was meant to be Shoe Chuck, which is actually written on the shop front.
Yeah.
But apparently, Bubba Smith, the guy playing Hightower, kept fudging his name and calling him Sweet Chuck. And so they just left it at that.
Okay.
Yeah. So I found that interesting. And of course, Zed would return in Police Academy 3 and 4.
Doesn't he become one of the policemen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
As they do in this universe. Because there actually is an alternate ending to this. Did you see that, Alex? The alternate ending?
No, I don't think I've seen that.
Yeah, there is an alternate ending where you see Commandant Lassard at the police academy doing the speech of you're going to be here for 14 weeks training up, and in the crowd you see Sweet Chuck and Bobcat as cadets. Because in this universe, you can either go to jail or join the police academy.
Yes, of course, that's right. That's right.
Yeah. Okay. Well, Eddie, over to you.
No, I just wanted to talk about Tackleberry and Kirtland's relationship development in this movie.
Yeah.
Because it was great. It was fantastic.
You liked it, did you?
Yeah. The fact that they actually gave Kirtland like some personality, instead of generic love interest.
Yeah.
Number
she probably
two.
had more personality than Kim Cattrall's character in the first film.
Yeah, exactly. And you meet her family.
Oh,
and that also...
They actually come back. They actually come back in it as well, the family.
Oh, really?
And I think the brother joins the police force.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, I think he's actually a brother of the director or something, I think. But
it's funny because, Tackleberry is, kind of a bit of a weird guy, but then
he meets his family.
He meets his family and just the look on his face as he is sitting there watching them interact. And he is like, these guys are crazy.
But it's like they start off as like the perfect nuclear sort of family. And then the father and dad just start beating the shit out of each other.
Yes. And the mum and her are just like laughing at it.
It's like the daughter's sitting there laughing, like, "Oh, I love it when they do this." She's like, "This is so funny when they play around and they're just beating the shit out of each other."
Yes.
Yeah, and then she drags him out with his hair.
Yeah.
Dinner's ready, and she drags him out by his hair. Ow! I think they do that same joke where she's grabbing him by the hair, but the father punches him, and then she's got like a clump of hair in her hand.
Okay.
Watch out for that one.
Yeah. Okay. I'll be looking out for that in the next couple of movies. Yeah. I really, really liked what they did with her. The fact that he doesn't actually like the fact that he was partnered with this girl.
Yeah. He did
until he sees her gun. Nice piece.
Yeah. I was referring to your sidearm.
Yeah. Yeah. We get the Blue Oyster Bar.
Yes.
In this one again.
Yeah. We didn't get the song, though.
No.
That's a shame.
Because they just have a bit of a fight in the bar, don't they? It's
really... kind of funny how that happens, too. Like, Sweet Chuck runs in there. Gives that guy a nice right hook, too, I have to say. With the way they positioned it with his broken arm, where he just turns his body and punches him. Like,
yeah.
It's hilarious how he does that and then runs into the Blue Oyster Bar. And what are they doing, though? They are doing the tango, of course. Mm-hmm. No slow grinding stuff. It's all tango. And then the guy walks in.
Because they're classy guys.
They're classy guys. Yeah.
Yeah. Did you... I actually like the idea of the... what is it? Lieutenant Mauser having his Smithers... Instead of, I suppose he's replacing those two, the racist guy and the jock guy from the first movie.
Yeah.
It works so much better.
Yeah, actually, let's talk about Proctor, because Proctor's a really funny character.
Yeah.
Getting the pictures of the drunken fruits at the bar.
Right.
Look, sir, you can see those fruits are drunk. Who asked for drunken fruits? I asked for new recruits drunk at the bar. And he's like, sir, I mastered in art. I could paint I could paint a mustache on this guy. He looked like Hightower. Should I save these, sir?
That's right, the drunken fruits.
The drunken fruits at the bar.
Also, the epoxy resin scene.
Yeah.
Is just painful laughing.
Yeah, that is probably the funniest scene. Actually, no, the funniest scene, the shopping scene.
I reckon it could be the opening scene.
Oh, him locking the...
Yes, and he's like super nervous, like he's got thousands of dollars that he has to get to the bank.
Yeah,
it's like $8.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The cardboard cutout of Dirty Harry as well.
Yeah.
Just for good measure, in case
the barking dog, the electric fence.
That was creepy, that one, the barking dog, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, do we want to do?
I still got some notes to talk about. So I can remember the first time watching this. I don't know about you, Alex. Maybe you can throw a couple of cents in this one, depending how old you were when you first watched this. But when I first watched it, I didn't realise it was Mahoney going undercover.
Oh, okay.
Did you get that at all, Alex, or you knew straight away?
Yeah, I knew that one.
No, I missed it. It went over my head completely. I didn't know who that guy was.
Oh.
Yeah. I thought, who's this crazy guy? And I completely missed that joke altogether.
Oh.
So that was I can remember that. So it didn't make any sense until he took his moustache off. Oh, actually, that's Mahoney. Oh, okay.
Oh, so you got Superman.
I got what? Superman.
Superman, Clark Kent.
Oh, the glasses, yes.
Glasses. All it takes for you is a moustache.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bill Paxton was offered the role of Zed, but he turned it down to do Aliens.
I think he might have made the
right choice.
Yeah.
I could imagine
both of those could work, but I don't know. Bobcat's so good as Zed.
Bobcat and Aliens. Game over, man.
I could imagine Bobcat and Aliens. That would
Bobcat
work.
and Aliens.
Yeah, it wouldn't be the masterpiece that it is now, but it's
would have added something, I think. Hey, you want some of this too?
We're all dead, man. Game over, man. Game over.
Game over, man.
Yeah.
Moving on. Art Matrano was a guy who played Mauser. He sadly passed away this year, 2021, in September, age 84. And he would reprise the role in the next movie as Mauser, as a commandant of another or opposing a police academy.
Oh.
Well, I don't know why opposing, but they end up sort of competing against each other for some reason.
Okay.
So, but that's kind of good. They go back to the police academy, but still think this one's better.
Yeah. Again, I can't even remember what what the third one is about.
Yeah, that's what it's about. Yeah, and the racist guy and the
jock guy come back.
Okay. Yeah, so those two come back. Pretty much most of the cast come back. Oh, just going back to Tim Krasinski, the actor who played Sweet Chuck. Mm-hmm. Now, he's meant to be an old man. He's actually 35 in this film.
Yeah.
So he was actually a pretty good comedian. He was on SNL briefly.
Oh, okay.
He's
really?
one of the cast of SNL in the mid-'80s. I think when they called it the Dark Age, when it was meant to be sort of crap. I think when Eddie Murphy was pretty much carrying it.
Yeah.
So I think he did a season or two. Same with Robert Downey Jr. What have been during that sort of period?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So Bubba Smith also commented that he made more money from this film than he did in 10 years of playing professional football.
Oh, wow.
Possibly due to requesting a 2% of the movie's profits. So, in lieu of a higher salary. So, yeah, he did quite well out of this and would go on to do most of them, apart from the last one he didn't do because Hook's character wasn't called or wasn't asked to be in it. So, because she wasn't in it, he didn't want to be in it, apparently.
Wow.
So, they'd maintain a pretty strong relationship, apparently, or friendship, I should say.
Yeah. Did we want to do?
Was there anything you want to talk about, Alex?
Did this one have the scene where that kid has to go to school?
Yes.
And he shuts the window?
Yes.
yeah, with the smoke bomb.
Yes.
Yeah, I thought that was...
The kid from the Wonder Years.
It's a kid from the Wonder Years.
Yeah, it is, yeah. I thought it was pretty funny to see Tackleberry use his force to a kid. You've got to school now. And he just shoots the window with that gas grenade or tear gas or something.
Yeah, and the mother thanks him.
Thank
you, officer.
No, it was just, can you just scare him a little bit?
Just scare him a little bit.
I think that's, a memorable one for me.
Mm.
And, of course, Michael Winslow's infamous dinner scene or breakfast scene.
Yeah, that's probably one of my favourites, definitely.
Yeah, there's two prudes talking about how, personally, I don't even own a television.
Yeah, that's right.
Actually,
that seems pretty good.
That is hilarious. Michael Winslow at his best, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Round of applause for Michael Winslow.
I don't know that kung fu movie scene is also pretty funny.
Yeah, it does come out of nowhere too, so they do continue that.
Yeah,
thankfully.
Oh, and at least this one they do a bit more police work.
Actual police work, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. I guess their first assignment, so they're officially out in the field now. So and they're sort of more hands on. So I think I guess it was bound to happen eventually. At least we're getting a taste of their experience out there.
I think with each film they kind of go do police work, then go back to the academy. Like with each one, they do the academy. The next one, they go do sort of more policing. So they sort of rotate a little bit. So, yeah, I sort of go back and forth sometimes. Oh, something I wanted to mention on the movie poster is you see a girl standing next to Mahoney. And there's no girl that looks like her in the film.
Oh, really?
So apparently they requested to have a blonde girl in the poster for no reason.
Oh.
Some sort of inside joke, I think. I think they even gave her a name or something.
All right.
Well, they couldn't put Kirkland in there?
Yeah.
They had a blonde girl there. All right. So, yeah, you got anything you want to add, Eddie?
No, let's just go into question
time. Question time. Question time, Alex. Let's bring it up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Right. Starting with you, Eddie. Which character was your favourite?
I'm going to go with Kirkland.
Kirkland?
Yeah.
Right, okay.
Just for the little bit of female empowerment thrown into the movie.
I roll.
For the lack of...
What did you call it before? The Turing test?
Bechdel test.
The Bechdel test. All right, so recap. Has to be more than one female character.
Mm-hmm.
Do they talk to each other? And if they talk to each other, is it about something other than the man?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
These girls, they don't even talk to each other.
No, they don't. Bleh. Alex, favourite character?
I'd have to go with Jonesy.
Jonesy? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Fair enough. I went with Zed. I love Zed. Oh, that shopping scene. Like when they're throwing the food, and I'm like, hey guys, act your age, and he just grabs that banana and just tears it off, and it's that ridiculous sound it makes, like he's like ripping a Velcro off or something. I think they use as a sound effect. Oh, and when he's putting all the vegetables back in the vegetable aisle, and he sees Sweet Chucks in there, and it smacks him in the face and makes that sort of like another ridiculous sound. Yeah, that was that.
I reckon in that one as well when Mr. Sweet Chuck goes to grab the Fruit Loops, and then Zed goes to grab it at the same time, and they just start screaming each other's face. And
yeah.
And that is a pretty good scene too. They just sort of tear the supermarket to shreds.
Yeah. Which leads into...
The lady's like, don't forget your stamps. Well, they didn't pay for anything.
Was you meant food stamps or did you actually meant...
I think they're like coupons that you get once you...
Yeah, like coupons.
Right. Because I wasn't sure. I thought you meant actual stamps. Okay.
You know what's funny with him as well? He was very polite when he's leaving.
It's some really nice bargains here.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Leading to the next question. Favorite scene?
So I'm going to go with Kirkland and Tackleberry when they are starting to get a little bit romantic with each other and they start removing the firearms.
Disarming themselves. By the way, it's not like they have been to a riot or anything like that. It's not like they've been out on the job. They had gone on a date. And they were packing.
And they were packing. Like you see them and they're just doing this seductively, taking all of their weapons off their body, and there is, at the end of it, there's just this huge pile of guns. Is there like tear gas canisters or something as well? And grenades? Like it was just excessive, but yeah, it's a very funny scene.
But there was one more gun hidden somewhere, wasn't it? The light goes off. But it was more symbolic, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Alex, favourite scene?
I think my favourite scene would be that Jonesy taking the piss out of that couple having lunch.
Yeah.
I don't know. You sort of see him coming along, and he that thing where he's like, "Oh, here's my cue."
Yeah, it's like he just selects his targets, doesn't he? Like, oh, I'm going to fix these prudes up, you know. Personally, I don't even own a television, you know.
I love that part when she takes a bite of the burger. She sounds like a gorilla eating.
And the reaction.
And her reaction, it's almost like she's about to cry of like, what the hell's going on? And then when he drinks from the drink.
Oh, when she blows her nose.
Just take me home. Yeah, that's a great one.
Yeah. Classic. Well, I think I said just a moment ago, shopping scene for me.
Yeah.
Favorite scene?
Yeah.
All right. Back to you, Alex. Favorite prank?
I would have to go with the epoxy resin.
Yeah, I went
shampoo.
with that too. Yeah.
So did I.
Yeah, the epoxy. What the fuck?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
And I think that scene just cues to when he gets chased by Lou, who is Jonesy, and then gets sent out into the.
Oh, that is brilliant too. He's
Yeah.
the facial expressions, the facial expressions when he's doing the dog face, and he's sticking the lip out. It's just hilarious.
Please, Lou.
And he's crying, please. Yeah,
That's a great scene. A
Yeah.
great prank.
yeah. I mean, the body cavity search one was probably just a bit mean, wasn't it?
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But leading, I reckon later on, when he gets them all in the room together, and he goes, I want to know who's responsible for this, and he puts his hands in the end, and just all his hairs all over his hands, and then Mahoney's sort of like, oh yeah, you'll go blind doing that.
If you don't stop that, sir, you can go blind.
Yeah.
Back to you, Eddie. Best stunt.
Probably Lieutenant Mauser hanging from the rope
Oh yeah.
and then swinging around the room while there's the gunfight going on. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool stunt, that one, isn't it? I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd have been hard to do. Yeah. Alex, any particular stunts you liked in this?
I reckon Mr. Sweet Chuck's shop getting shot up was. I guess it's not a typical stunt scene where everyone's doing something crazy, but I thought it was pretty cool, just blowing his shop away and.
Yeah, it's pretty chaotic in there, isn't it? Like and when Tackleberry comes in, just starts randomly shooting things off a shelf, and then Kirkland just comes in, and just mows the place down like in Predator, like just.
Yeah, it's that thing
Yeah,
where
we sort of shoot first.
Where the
ask
shoot up
questions
does
later.
more damage than what the person would have stolen.
Yeah.
Yeah. My best stunt is an interesting one. It's the football throw from Hightower.
Yeah.
Now, you know that
it's
scene
weird.
where there's there's a couple of the gangs picking on some kids who are playing football, and they take the football off them and they throw it, and it rolls over to Hightower, and he picks it up, and the guy's like, "Throw it to me." And Hightower's like, "Yeah, no worries," and he throws it to him, and the way the guy bounces off the wall, it just looks so weird. I was almost convinced that they must have shot it from a up down perspective, and he's like on a trampoline because he bounces off the wall.
Yeah.
It just looks so ridiculous. That one's just my favorite. I just love that one. It just looks so weird and hilarious. I don't think that's what they did, but the fact that he bounces off the wall when he gets hit by the football, I thought that was kind of cool how they did that. So who gets the wooden spoon? Eddie.
Got to be Lieutenant Mauser.
Oh, Mauser. Yeah, Mauser. Yeah. Alex. Wooden spoon.
I'd have to go with Fackler.
Fackler. Okay.
Yeah, he's a bit boring.
Yeah, he didn't do much in this. Yeah. Actually, I think there's some. I was watching the trailer for this, and something that caught my eye was like a lot of the shots were not from the film. Kind of almost like when you see the MCU movies, or like even the Star Wars films that came out recently, where the trailer shots aren't like the same shots; they're like maybe a different take or something.
Yeah.
And I noticed that a lot with those ones, like because I saw the scene where the car gets blown up behind them, and they're actually outside when it happens. Not sitting inside, not noticing, or they actually see the car explode, because when they're in the shop, they don't notice it explode behind them.
Yeah.
There's a scene like that. So, yeah. Oh, but my wooden spoon, I gave it to Proctor actually, because he didn't get pictures of the recruits at the bar.
He got pictures of the drunken
Getting
fruit.
pictures of the drunken fruits. Yeah, I gave it to Proctor. So, but he gets better.
Yeah.
It's his first one. Right. So next question: who gets the Oscar? I'll go to Alex first.
I went with Zed.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a bad guy, but I still enjoy whenever he's in the scene. You always enjoy what he's doing or what he's saying.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, Bobcat was a great addition to this series, and it just would not have been the same had they not got him in there. Yeah, definitely.
I like that scene when they get introduced. Is it Jughead or Mahoney?
Yeah.
They get introduced in, and he's watching that little. I don't know. It's like a little kids movie.
Yeah.
There's a movie going on, and he's sort of sitting there, and he's like, he's intense with the moment of the movie that they interrupt him. It's almost like Zed's, as a thug as he is, he's got a little bit of a soft side to him as well.
His mum's name was Jughead too.
Yeah,
that's right.
It's a good American name. Eddie?
Yeah, I'm going to go with the same.
Yeah?
No one else could do what he did for this movie.
Well, this is going to be controversial. I went with Michael Winslow, Lavelle Jones. I thought, yeah. Although I love Zed, the character, I thought Oscar went to him.
Okay.
All right. There's no wrong answer, except all of yours. All right. Now, final question, guys. What do you rate this movie out of 10 using something from the movie? Eddie?
I will go 6 out of 10 epoxy resin-filled shampoo bottles.
That's good. Alex?
I'll have to give it a 9 out of 10 hairy palms for this one.
Nice. I went with 8 bananas ripped with the teeth.
Okay.
Yeah. Maybe 9. 8, 9. Maybe a 9. A high 8, low 9. Can we say that?
8.5.
8.5, Eddie.
Okay.
If that's a rating. Yeah, so we're at the end. Is there anything else you wanted to...
No, I'm good.
Final thoughts, Alex?
Final thoughts? Well, I reckon, as I was saying before about this Police Academy, definitely more enjoyable than the first, and getting their characters out and about, and just always making a mistake or causing a havoc in society. It's still a pretty fun movie now.
I felt like this one had a lot more pranks and sort of jokes and stunts in it.
Yeah. Well, this is a transition one where they do move to the stunts. So they start with the sorority sort of films, and then they move into the stunts, because this one actually had a few stunts in it. There was one at the start with the car flying off into the ocean. So you had a few. That would have been hard to coordinate. There wasn't like anything like that in the first film from memory. Or maybe the motorbike, I guess. Maybe in the head in the horse's ass. Well, you didn't really see anything, I guess. But it's definitely, they've escalated a bit, I think, and that's something that will continue on, and we'll get more extravagant and grandeur as a series continues. So look forward to that. For me, I just really love this film, and I'm looking forward to doing number 3 when we watch it sometime soon. But we will return back to Buffy next week, I think.
Yep.
So back to Buffy, and so I think we'll wrap this up here. So I hope you've enjoyed listening to us tonight. We are Nerd Subculture. My name is Jared.
I'm Edwina.
And Alex, thanks for joining us again. I hope you had enjoyed yourself.
Yep, anytime.
Great. So if you like what you listen to, please subscribe. But where would you find us, Eddie? I can't ever find us.
Oh, you can find us anywhere, pretty much.
Just type it in. Just Google it now.
Just Google us now. We'll pop up.
Yeah.
We are on TikTok, Twitter, Instagram. There's a Facebook group. You can find us on all the podcast apps.
Yeah. We're on all those things, aren't we?
We're on all of them.
Yeah. So, till next time, take care. Bye.
Bye.
out.